Hey guys, what's up? It's Duncan here, KH Fan, bringing you guys a CD update video. I've bought a lot of stuff since the last one, so might as well just start showing you my new stuff. First off, I'll show you guys a classic thrash metal album, Feel the Fire by Overkill. Quintessential thrash, in my opinion. It's one of the best thrash albums to come out in the mid-'80s. Good debut for Overkill. I mean, this is definitely, still to this day, one of their strongest albums. It's definitely up there with, like, Years of Decay, Horoscope, Ironbound, shit like that. It's a fantastic release. I suggest any thrash fan, or anybody that's new to thrash, buy that album. It's a fucking great record. Next up, we have Beyond Hell, Above Heaven by Volbeat. I really fucking love this album. This is probably the catchiest metal album I've ever listened to, and let alone the catchiest band I've ever heard. And I really like what they did with this. You know, bought the Digipack edition, go upside down, and you get all this shit. It's pretty cool, and I like what they did with the track listings. Like half of it's upright and others upside down. Really cool what Volbeat did with that record. And I'm very stoked for their new one, which has Rob Cagneto, formerly of Anthrax, now playing in the band and also producing the record. And also, if you haven't heard, that King Diamond's doing a song on that record, so look out for that. Next one is another classic album that I recently bought, and that is The Bleeding by Cannibal Corpse, the last album that they've done with Chris Barnes on vocals. It's easily still one of their best albums. I'm going to be one of those Cannibal Corpse fans that says that the first 4 albums were the best and nothing can top it. I'm sticking to that opinion. Those are just my favorite albums. But recently, I mean, Cannibal Corpse really knocked on the door to this one with their last few albums, in my opinion, because those are some of their best as well. I mean, Cannibal Corpse, like I said, in my opinion, they haven't made a bad record yet, so I don't expect them to ever make a bad record. Next up, we have a couple other new album purchases that came out this year. Pinnacle of Bedlam by Suffocation. Reviewed this album earlier, last month, and I really fucking enjoy it. I've been constantly listening to this album, and I keep loving it more and more each listen. I bought the Digipack edition at Bull Moose for like $12. If you get a chance and you want this album, get the special edition because the DVD is absolutely awesome, and it's pretty hilarious, actually. Because on the song, well, when they were recording it, Frank Mullen, the vocalist, did a spoken word type thing, speaking the lyrics of the song Sullen Days, which in my opinion is the best song on the record. So look out for that if you watch the DVD. It's a long DVD, but it's definitely worth watching. Another awesome album that came out, I think the same day as the new Suffocation, was Conceived in Sewage by Devourment, which I've also reviewed. Now don't be alarmed, this is not a censored cover, this is just a sleeve. You take it out of the sleeve, you get the actual artwork, which is quite fucking brutal. I mean, look at that. It's amazing. Probably the most brutal album I've listened to in quite some time. So, yeah, it's definitely a must-buy for brutal death metal fans. I don't get why people, like I said in my review, I don't get why people think they sold out. If they sold out, they'd be all over the fucking radio, and they would have changed their sound completely. I'm pretty sure they haven't lost their brutality since Butcher the Week. Fucking idiots. I have 2 CDs from the same band up next, and that's Extreme Aggression and Endless Pain by Creator. These are both reissues as far as from what I see on the back, but they still sound it still has like the original like mix, I guess, but a little more audible, which is not that bad. I mean, I really like the mix on both of these. Fantastic, classic Creator albums. I've been on a Creator kick lately, so I will be having more Creator stuff coming in within the next month. So look out for that. Another new album that came out that I bought was currently my favorite album so far this year, and that is The Underground Resistance by Darkthrone. I really love the packaging on this when I got it, because my Bull Moose store actually had like 2 copies of this, and I was like, I need one. So it's like a hard book cover, kind of, and the booklet is right inside like this. So you open it and you can see some pictures, album cover, Nocturnal Cult. What is his name? Nocturno Culto. Sorry, not that big of a. I'm not the biggest Darkthrone fan, but I love him. Hair, and then I'll just show you one picture of Fenriz. It's actually absolutely hilarious because Fenriz is the shit. But that's all I'll show you. So if you want to see the rest of this, go buy it because it's definitely worth the money. Next up, we have the double album package of Devin Townsend Project with Deconstruction and Ghost. I noticed earlier that this has a little dent in the packaging, and to make it worse, this kind of sucks. But let me get this out first. Okay, there's Deconstruction right here, and Ghost, and there's a fucking crack on the back of this. You can't, and there you go. It's right there. It really sucks, but as long as I have this, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. Next one was also another recent purchase, obviously. Human by Death, my second favorite Death album. It's kind of like, in my opinion, this is the album that kind of led them into more like technical sound that Death is mostly known for these days. I think they're mostly known for that type of that sound that they were known for. Than they're just straight up death metal style from like the first 3 albums from with Scream Bloody Gore, Leprosy, and Spiritual Healing, which was mostly their death metal stuff. But I still love the tech death stuff that they did. I mean, you had 2 guys from Cynic in this band at the time doing this album, and I don't see why anybody couldn't like this album, but if you don't, that's fine. Next up, we have the Atrocity Exhibition, Exhibit A by Exodus. I recently bought this. This is just a sleeve, which I didn't know, so this is the actual album cover right here. This is a fucking blisteringly awesome album. Listen to it all the way through, and after you play the song Bedlam 1, 2, 3, it'll be silent for like a long ass time, but wait until the end because well, actually I shouldn't spoil it for you, but I will anyway. You get to hear, I mean, some Exodus fans will actually know about this, but if you actually listen to the entire song, at the end you will hear the Bonded by Banjo thing where they actually sing like a part, like almost half the song Bonded by Blood, like in a country style with a banjo. It's fucking hilarious and it's awesome. So definitely worth checking out. And also I got Exhibit B, The Human Condition, also by Exodus. This was like kind of like a part 2 of like the exhibition thing of albums they did. This is probably the longest thrash metal album I've ever heard, and I can't really say a bad thing about it. I mean, Exodus did a very good job on the last couple records. I mean, it's definitely, honestly, the last 2, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, are easily some of Exodus's best material to date. That's just me. I mean, I do like the Let There Be Blood album, which is the remake of Bonded by Blood. I do like that version. I do like that album version, Fight Me. And even though I do like the newer versions of Piranha and Strike of the Beast more than the originals. Hate on me all you want, but that's just my opinion. Next up, we have another new album that came out this year, Destruction, Spiritual Genocide. This actually came out in November of 2012 over in Europe, but it just came out about a month ago in the States. So I finally have a copy of this album, and boy was it worth waiting to get. On this edition, this CD that I got, there's actually a special version of the album. I think there's re-recorded songs of Mortal Remains, Made to Be Broken, Ripping the Flesh Apart, Savage Symphony of Terror, which I haven't even listened to these bonus tracks yet, but I need to, actually. So, and then the next album is a classic album. I was lucky to find a first press of this, and that's Painkiller by Judas Priest. It's one of my all-time favorite records. Like, it's easily in my top 10 albums of all time. I can never get sick of this record because it's just literally perfect from front to back, and it's my all-time favorite Judas Priest album. The thing that sucks about when I got this, okay, I bought it for $6, but the CD holder in there is fucked, so yeah, so the CD would just come right out easily. But nonetheless, I'm happy I got an original first pressing of this. Now for this one, I actually bought this today. I'm gonna do a review for this soon, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but I actually got it, and that is The Living Infinite by Soilwork. I've already listened to this album. It's fucking amazing. It's some of Soilwork's best material yet. I haven't really gotten into the band's older material. I mean, I do have the Panic Broadcast, which was kind of an okay album, but this totally shits all over that and the previous album, which I can't really name off the top of my head because I'm not the biggest Soilwork fan, but I just really love this album, and I'm a big fan of Dirk Verbeuren, who is the drummer for them, because he is a beast. So look forward to a review of that. Now, I have one more purchase that I made today, along with the Soilwork. I got the Soilwork album and this next thing I'm about to show you. You guys ready for this? I hope you are. So prepare your anus, because I bought Time One on vinyl. I already have this album on CD, but as soon as I saw this in stores, but I didn't know about it. It has a gatefold in it, which has all the lyrics and thanks and endorsements and all the band members, of course. And also, the vinyl it's a blue vinyl, which I wanted because I looked on Winter Sun's merch album on their Facebook page, and I saw this, and then I saw it on my Bull Moose. I was just like looking in the vinyls just for the hell of it, and saying, I wonder if they have some cool vinyls. And I saw this, and I'm just like, oh, I need it. It was like $34, but it was so worth the money. And then this also comes with a poster, which is kind of cool, which I need to hang up at some point. So that, which is cool. Now I get to stare at Yari the entire time. Yeah, I would go gay for Yari. Just saying. The dude's a fucking, he's a musical genius. He's crafted so many great albums. I mean, with Winter Sun, the two Winter Sun albums that are out, and the stuff he did with Ensiferum are great. So that's my music collection update so far. Whenever I get a bunch of other CDs, I'll make another video, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said before, if you guys got collection videos to show of your music collection, feel free to leave a video response. I would love to see what you guys have in your collections. I love seeing other people's collections because sometimes I get jealous of what they have. So I'm going to conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and keep it metal.